So, hello everyone, myself Khushi Ravia, and my today's dissertation topic is constructing female agency through cyborg feminism, a comparative study of Sultana's reality and inanimate allies. This is academic information, chapterization. In chapter 1, introduction. In this digital storytelling and interactive and multimodal environments where meaning emerges through text, image, sound, animation, interface design, and reader participants. And this concept of female agency must therefore be reconsidered. Agency in digital narratives and emerges through human technology and interaction rather than slowly within individual characters. And this study applies cyborg feminism and post-human feminist theory to analyze how gender, technology, and subjectivity are interconnected in digital literature. And in the research, Sultana's reality examined by Afra Safik, and in episode 1 of Inanimate Allies by Kate Pullinger and Chris Joseph, and using a qualitative method such as a close textual interface, multimodal, and comparative analysis. And in a key concept is include electronic literature, hypertext narrative, multimodality, post-human subjectivity, and digital adaptation, which help explain how digital narratives construct female agency. So, hypothesis is digital feminist narratives produce a female agency through human technology and entanglement, which can be understood through a cyborg feminism and perspective. And the form of the agency differs across culture and temporal context, as demonstrated in Sultana's reality and inanimate allies. And in a research question is how these digital technologies apply in these both texts, and multimedia elements contribute to production of feminist knowledge. And it's how it's apply on temporal and spatial context. And this cyborg feminism explain the distribution of female subjectivity across the human and technological components and digital narratives. So, research objectives are examining digital technologies in the both the text with female agency rather than merely representing it, and analyze the role of interactive and multimodal elements like animations, sound, interface, and producing feminist knowledge, and explores temporal and spatial context influence the many manifestation of a female agency. And cyborg feminism applied to understand how female subjectivity is distributed across human and technological elements in both narratives. So, in literature review for cyborg feminism, its identity and agency are hybrid and relational and shaped through human technology and intelligent, challenging binaries such as a human machine and male female. In feminist technology study is technology is not neutral, but gender and technology are co-constructed to social culture practices. And in post-human feminist is subjectivity is distributed across networks and human and non-human actors, and expanding this theory. In feminist digital humanities and digital media and infrastructures shape knowledge production, and digital narratives study is research on inanimate allies and shows that meaning emerges through multimodality, interactivity, and reader technology engagement. So in research gap is this cyber feminism and feminism technology studies digital literature and critical gap presides in understanding how this agency is constructed rather than merely represented through human technology. And in this a single text and in both the text character centers reading, often neglecting the material interactive and multimodal process through which agency is produced. And like feminist texts like Sultana's reality in dialogue with contemporary born digital narratives such as Inanimate allies and across culture and temporal context. So this gap and addressing this study applies this cyber feminism framework to examine how female subjectivity and agency emerge as distributed, relational and technological mediated through interface intricity and multimodality and reader participants. In chapter 3, cyborg feminism as a method and construction of female agency in Sultana's reality. So here is a theoretical framework in cyborg feminism as a analytical method. And in this cyborg feminism challenges fixed identities and binaries such as a human machine and male female. And cyber feminism beyond representation, so is agency is not pre-existing, is emerged through material discursive and relation and technological meditation. In a disrupted and relational female agency, so it operates across social technological and cultural networks rather than within an individual subject. And technology is a co-producer of subjectivity, so it's a participant in shaping gendered identities and power relationship. In cyber feminism and digital literature is a narrative construct meaning through interaction between code interface and reader. In methodology applying in cyber feminism, so use as a reading strategy and examining this human technology. In contextualization, Sultana's reality, uh, Afrasafik works remediates Ruqayya Sekhawat Hussein's feminist utopian work, which name is Sultana's Dream. This Sultana's reality is electronic literature taken by this Sultana's Dream. So, in this constructing female agency in Sultana's reality, so it's produce design multimodality and in cyber feminism of Sultana's reality is relations and technological mediated and demonstrating cyber feminism practice in digital narrative. So this is a quote from Sultana's reality: do ideas spread like disease? So this is a image of Sultana's reality. In first image there are many cards. When you touch you from cursor on any one card, then one card pop up and there comes quote like that. In say second image, you want to educated your wife but your community is against it, you move to the forest to be able to do it. So this is image for of from chapter 5, when is the end of beginning. And here you see the Hindi text visual, and कहानी खत्म है या शुरुआत होने को है. So it's a Visual connects with South Asian linguistic presence, showing temporal and cultural remediation, and its screen represents layer digital collage, combined text, maps, consultation, and symbolic imagery expressing feminist grief and injustice. Like this, oh god, what agony is this? I will burst into tears if I write more about injustice. So in when you click on this image, when you find this type of display is a pop-up citation of Muktabai's anti-caste essay. So it connects the 19th century and anti-caste writing with digital media, and showing how feminist knowledge travels across time from a cyborg feminist perspective. And it's linking history, technology, and feminist resistance. In chapter 4, distribute feminist agency and transmedia subjectivity in Inanimate allies, considering I'm not accessible all the episode of Inanimate Allies, but I only assess of episode 1. So my study focus is on only episode 1. So from digital narrative to computational ontology. So in Inanimate Allies is born digitally and transmedia narrative, where storytelling operates through multimodality, interactivity, and interface design. In digital narrative is integration text, sound, animation, and navigation into unified system. In compulsion ontology, its identity develops through human machine relation in digital environments. And cyborg feminism and dissolution of humanist subjectivity. So its challenges autonomous liberal humanist subjectivity, and allies identity from through technological intelligent with the Buxy device. And transmedia structure and narrative authority. So it's emerged through multimedia modes rather than text alone, and authority becomes distributed across visual, sound, interface, and reader interaction. So this is the Buxy device which I mentioned, where allies. This Buxy device is a pink handle digital device used by allies for communication, gaming, memory storage, and creativity. And allies play with these Buxy device and talking with this device, and ex cognitive expression, and showing how identity agency developed through human technology interactions. So in this boy come named Barad, the Barad illustration created by Alice inside the device represents imagination of creative authorship. When you click on these pink highlighted photos, and then these boy named Barad came and allies talk with them. And in this photo, it's a scene shows a motion blurred landscape suggesting travel and instability. Allies use this photo while traveling, and saying his mother about it. Mom keeps saying we're going to look for wild flowers and we haven't seen before, but she is driving too fast for that. And still, whenever I do see a flower, I point my player at it and take a photo. Is this pink is a Buxy device. So it's called affective technicity, and interface as emotional archetypal, and procedural agency and algorithmic constraint is reader interaction creates procedural agency within coded narrative rules, and gamification and feminist technology production. So Ali's goal to become a game designer reframes technology as a feminist empowerment and global mobility and infrastructure politics. So Ali's mobility shows how digital connectivity depends on global technology and infrastructures, and I do comparative theoretical positioning of Sultana's reality, visionary technological liberation, and inanimate allies procedural infrastructural feminist agency within a digital system. So, in conclusion, in this study, examine how digital feminist narrative construct female agency through human technology entanglement using a cyber feminism through comparative analysis of Sultana's reality and inanimate allies, and in find agencies digital literature is produced through multimodality interface and reader interaction, and Sultana's reality present a visionary utopian agency where technology symbolizes feminist empowerment, while inanimate allies shows a procedural and infrastructural agency emerging through devices, code, and interaction, and study traces the evolution of feminist agency from technological imaginations to computational ontology, and highlight distributed subjectivity across human machine assemblages, and limitations are included a small corpus because of on episode 1 of Inanimate Allies, and is a reliance on cyborg feminism, while future research may explore AI algorithms and emerging digital media in a feminist narrative. So this is a infographic and bibliography. Thank you.
Okay, so in conclusion, you have written only summary of chapters. So as we have done the FAQs, we don't say that write summary of chapters in conclusion, but you have to go back to your research questions and hypothesis, and that should be answered or justified in the final conclusion. Okay? This again for anybody else also, the others also, if you are just summarizing all chapters, then don't do that, but try to go back to connect. That's why those FAQs are important. Ask yourself whether you have done that or not. Then things will be automatically corrected also. So which ideas of Donna Haraway have you used?
Especially of cyborg feminism, where he do comparison between culture and nature, human versus machines, male versus female.
But that you have to give us a quote, then we can understand that actually how it is said by Donna Haraway. If you give a quote, then we can verify from which book, which page number it is coming. Otherwise, it is general observation. So how this female agency is constructed through engagement with digital technologies?
Can you repeat, sir?
How is female agency constructed through engagement with digital technologies?
So as in this Sultana's reality and inanimate allies, in Sultana's reality, it's taken by Sultana's dream by Ruqayya Shekhawat Hussain. So in this character, Ruqayya taken by in Sultana's reality, and highlight her dream in digital technology by electronic literature, and in Inanimate allies its highlights allies life, how she traveling across the world, and so it's highlight digital technology of human agency.
But, can they not do that without digital technologies? If there is no digital technology, if you remove that, then the same thing can be constructed as a female agency or not?
Yeah, is constructed, but not in the interesting way, and it's not in that way which we use nowadays, technology and all the kind of cyber themes, so it's more appropriate in using this digital way.
When you say this, that when you want to construct this through cyborg, it means something that is not possible in physical world, that is achieved when it becomes digital. That is the proposition of standing. That's why this is studied, that when the digital space comes, it gives democracy to everybody to write, publish. Otherwise there are some controls, and here we imagine patriarchal control. But here people get freedom to write, to do, so that female agency can be achieved. That is the basic proposition. Now, if it is not there, then it is fine. Like, it doesn't stand strong as any argument. Are you getting the point?
Yes.
That why you talk about constructing female agency through engagement with digital technologies. It means that without digital technology, that was perhaps impossible.
Yes.
To construct a female agency. Are you able to see that space, or
Yes,
it would
sir.
have been possible in a book also?
No, I see the space.
But
Yes.
but how? Like J.K. Rowling can write a book. They also can publish a book, or any form, film also. That also can be done. J.K. Rowling is a producer of films also.
Yes.
So nobody's stopping. Like, once upon a time, people were not allowing women to write novels,
Yes.
or that. But now, in such case, they are film producers, directors. Then what way this plays a vital role?
Yeah, so it's a as you mentioned, it's give a freedom, more freedom to write things. So I think this is a main concern.
Another question also: how can cyborg feminism explain the distribution of female subjectivity across human and technological components in these digital narratives? So how do you answer that?
So cyborg feminism is construct in these both texts. So it's a example of cyborg feminism in
So we want the quote from this Donna Haraway's work, that here is what she is telling something, and here is what it is happening. And both you can show only if there is a quote from the critic and textual evidence. Otherwise, it is impossible. Otherwise, it is only talk. It doesn't give us an evidence to believe that yes, here is something that is said, and here it is getting manifested. That's why these two things are very important. This is again for everybody. If you will not have these two things, then your work will not stand strong. One, textual evidence from all the reviewers that you have reviewed, their theory, what they say, what is their language, how they put that thing. Don't pick up general observations. What is that quotation? Where is that paragraph? Where they are saying what you are believing. So whichever theoretical writers you have picked up, you say that this theory say this. So the question should come to you: where and how is he saying that? On which page number this thing is written? That you have to pick up. Then only you will be able to confidently answer that this is here and here it is manifested. If these two things will be lacking, then it will be difficult to justify your position. Okay, other things like the other students that we have given, that all you have to do. Okay?